One person can't change the world, but one message can. At 92, Willie Nelson has survived more heartbreak than most could imagine. Friends lost, fortunes gone, dreams turned to ashes. Yet when asked about death, he meets it with an unflinching honesty that cuts straight to the bone. What shaped this legendary outlaw to accept his mortality so calmly? Why do his stories make us laugh and cry in equal measure? The answer lies in a life filled with unimaginable pain, crushing defeats, and losses that would have destroyed anyone else. Willie's story isn't polished or safe. It's about enduring life stripped bare, about a man learning that courage isn't always about fighting. It's about knowing when to let go. And this journey began long before he became a household name. He first stepped on stage at 5 in Depression-era Texas, where he learned his first lesson in loss. Born April 29, 1933, in Abbott, Texas, Willie was taught early that nothing lasts forever. His parents' dreams pulled them elsewhere, leaving 6-year-old Willie and his sister with their grandparents. The promised return never came. Abandoned again when his father remarried, Willie wondered if he was ever enough. His grandparents, William and Nancy Smothers, gave him love and a first guitar, but the haunting question stayed: why wasn't he enough? Summers were spent in brutal cotton fields, his small hands blistered under the sun, but these hardships taught him endurance and the value of persistence. Music became his refuge. By 7, he wrote his first song. By 10, he was performing with the Bohemian Polka. On stage, the pain of abandonment vanished. The audience wanted him there. Yet, the lessons of loss stuck. People leave, promises break, and depending on anyone but yourself is risky. By the early 1960s, Willie married Martha Matthews and had 3 children. Nashville called, but survival was a struggle. Even as stars recorded his songs, Willie slept on couches and counted pennies for groceries. Marital tensions mounted as dreams clashed with reality, each fight leaving its mark. All of this shaped a man who learned one of life's hardest truths. Freedom often comes from having nothing left to lose. Willie Nelson's story is raw, unfiltered, and unforgettable. A testament to pain, endurance, and the courage to embrace life fully, even when it hurts. He started drinking heavily, drowning his failures in whiskey and self-pity. Martha's disappointment reflected all the ways he had fallen short. The man who could make millions cry with a song couldn't make his own wife smile. One winter night, Willie hit rock bottom. Rejection letters piled up, bills went unpaid, and despair drove him into the freezing Nashville streets. Drunk and broken, he lay in the middle of the road, hoping for a car to end the pain. Cars swerved, curses shouted, but none brought the relief he sought. When he finally staggered home, Martha offered ultimatums instead of comfort. Their marriage, he realized, was over in everything but name. Then came a loss that no song could heal. On Christmas Day, 1991, Willie's eldest son, Billy, struggling with depression and the weight of his father's fame, took his own life at 33, the same age as Christ. The funeral was silent, heavy with grief and regret. Willie and his sister Bobby never spoke about it at length. They shared their pain through quiet understanding, learning that some losses just become part of who you are. As if that heartbreak weren't enough, another catastrophe loomed. Years of mismanaged finances caught up with Willie. In 1990, IRS agents arrived with seizure notices, $32 million in unpaid taxes, one of the largest debts in American history. Gold records, his piano, even his Texas ranch were seized. Friends urged bankruptcy, but Willie refused to let others suffer for his mistakes. Instead, he chose the harder path. He released the IRS tapes, Who'll Buy My Memories, auctioned possessions, and toured relentlessly, performing wherever he could to pay every penny. The irony wasn't lost on him. The man who had sung about freedom was now a servant to the federal government. Through it all, Willie learned a powerful truth. Losing everything doesn't destroy you. The houses, records, and ranch were gone, but the music remained, untouchable, unstealable, and eternal. By 1993, he had paid off the IRS, stronger, wiser, and more aware that clinging to life, success, or possessions only creates suffering. Willie Nelson had always been different, fearless in taking stands others wouldn't, living life on his own terms. Through heartbreak, loss, and hardship, he learned the secret of survival, the courage to keep playing, keep singing, and most of all, to let go. While other country stars played it safe, Willie spoke his mind. Consequences be damned. Politics, social issues, human rights. He didn't care if it cost him fans, radio play, or industry support. In the late 1960s, he shocked the South by kissing black country singer Charley Pride on stage, a bold statement that friendship and respect transcend race. The audience erupted, radio stations banned him, and hate mail poured in. But Willie didn't back down. He continued to support Pride and other black artists, proving some principles are worth far more than popularity. As the years passed, Willie's activism only grew. He endorsed liberal candidates, spoke out against wars, and advocated for marijuana legalization long before it became mainstream. Arrests, legal battles, and even smoking a joint on the White House roof during Jimmy Carter's presidency didn't deter him. In music, he pushed boundaries too, with songs like Cowboys Are Frequently Secretly Fond of Each Other and 2018's Vote 'Em Out, taking bold stands that split fans but cemented his integrity. For Willie, honesty was always more important than approval. Yet while he championed freedom and justice, his own body betrayed him. Years of smoking, both tobacco and marijuana, had taken a devastating toll. In 1981, on a family vacation in Maui, his left lung collapsed. Pain seared through him, a warning of the chronic battles ahead. Emphysema, repeated pneumonia, and collapsing lung tissue left the man who could once sing for hours, struggling to breathe across a room. By 2015, surgery was unavoidable. Experimental stem cell treatment promised a chance to repair his damaged lungs, but it meant canceling tours and risking the unknown. Recovery was long, uncertain, and grueling. Then, in 2022, nearly 90 years old, Willie faced perhaps his greatest threat, COVID-19. With compromised lungs, the virus could have been fatal. Annie D'Angelo, his fourth wife, sprang into action, turning their home into a medical facility and monitoring him around the clock with every treatment available: antivirals, antibodies, steroids, nebulizers. Her care and Willie's resilience pulled him through yet another near-death moment. For days, Willie Nelson's life hung by a thread. His lungs, weakened by years of smoking and disease, faced the deadly assault of COVID-19. The man who had survived abandonment, financial ruin, and unimaginable personal loss now faced his most dangerous battle. Annie D'Angelo, his fourth wife, cared for him around the clock, administering treatments and monitoring him tirelessly. Slowly, miraculously, he pulled through. The experience left Willie profoundly changed. He faced mortality in the most visceral way, struggling for every breath, feeling his strength drain, learning that dying isn't dramatic. It can be as simple as running out of air. The lesson was clear. Death itself isn't the enemy. Suffering is. Accepting the inevitable, he realized, can be an act of grace. As the last surviving member of the Highwaymen, Willie has watched friends and collaborators, Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Kris Kristofferson, pass away, each loss a stark reminder of his own mortality. These deaths taught him that survival isn't a victory, it's a burden, and that legacy comes not from clinging to life, but from living fully and leaving behind something meaningful. Willie carries the voices of his fallen friends into every performance. Every song is a tribute, every concert a remembrance. He has become the keeper of a musical legacy, honoring those who came before him while embracing the impermanence of life. At 92, Willie's understanding of life and death is unflinchingly honest. He has been abandoned, betrayed, bankrupted, and broken. He has buried loved ones and watched his body fail. Yet through it all, he has found peace. He knows that money, fame, and even life itself are temporary. Clinging to them only creates suffering. Accepting their loss brings freedom. The man who once lay in a Nashville street hoping for an end now faces death calmly, not out of resignation, but because he is no longer afraid to live. Willie has discovered that when everything that can be lost is gone, what remains, music, love, connection, is unshakable. Endings are as natural as beginnings, and death is simply the final verse in a long song. His life teaches us a profound lesson. Courage isn't fighting death. It's living fully while knowing it's coming. Every song, every performance, every moment is a gift. Willie Nelson continues to tour and create, dancing with mortality, showing us that the true secret to living is making peace with dying. Like Willie, we are all here only for as long as we're here. The red-headed stranger has shared his final lesson. Acceptance isn't surrender, it's wisdom, and a life lived authentically is worth celebrating from the first note to the last.